with that said, let's get into it, guys. I mean, a lot of stuff happened in March. You know, a lot of good movies were released. A lot of good news came out. You know, kind of moving on from around the table. I'm gonna start with Brian on this one because he's next in line. I started with Jacob. Let's go down the line. Start with you. What's the one thing in March that stood out that you want to talk about that maybe we didn't talk about on one of our previous podcasts? Anything
didn't talk about?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple things that I know personally that we haven't talked about yet on any of our shows or even the website that we can definitely talk about. Is there anything to you that pops up initially as the number one thing in March?
Well, if we're going with what we haven't talked about, how about Angelina Jolie joining the Eternals?
Yeah.
That's rumored, right?
No, it happened.
No.
Since last week.
Pretty much official at
last
this
week.
point.
I've only seen like in talks or eyeing her.
Well, so in talks is the word being thrown around, but
Okay.
she's in final negotiations.
Has Marvel
Okay,
ever
so it's not
gotten their
official
person?
yet.
It's not like
Yes.
they haven't released a press release.
We've had this happen before. And then it
Yes,
doesn't
they
pan out.
haven't released
Yeah.
a press release,
Okay.
but she's in
It's pretty
final
close.
negotiations.
Okay.
But this is
Matthew
a big thing. This is a big thing.
Have any other cast members been confirmed?
Nope.
Because I know there were
Al
some
Pacino.
rumors, like Millie Bobby Brown was rumored.
This is like
Yeah.
the official ones that they're really going after, like the first official casting that they want.
And I heard rumors that the character of Hercules is going to be in it. Is
played by
Really?
Luke Evans.
Yeah.
Well, they're
Was
saying,
the rumor.
Really?
Was the rumor.
I'm just excited.
So
that
we can talk about this whole thing overall. So
We haven't really talked about it.
So on top of the Angelina Jolie thing that Brian brought up, there were rumors circulating that there were 4 names being thrown around for roles.
Hercules.
Luke Evans, Millie Bobby Brown,
Wow.
Alexander Skarsgård, and Sophia Boutella.
Love her.
Wow. So those were the 4 names before Angelina Jolie's name was thrown out there. And in the final negotiations, these were the heavy rumors like circulating by sites and everything that these were the 4 names that Marvel was looking at for specific roles. With Luke Evans playing Hercules and Alexander Skarsgård playing
Icarus,
who I believe is the main role in the
he's
Eternals,
kind
the
of like
leader.
the leader. Essentially.
But now Angelina Jolie, her name has came out, is in final negotiations to play one of the characters, Cersei, and so.
But see, that was who they were saying Sophia Boutella was going to play.
So
it's all
interesting.
rumors and
It's all rumors, but
speculation.
Angelina Jolie right now is
that
in
thing is
final
more
negotiations.
legit,
She's
yeah.
the most solid name out there. But let's just talk because the Eternals is a very unknown property. But Angelina Jolie, who has been circulating comic movies for a very long time, she was also one of the 3 directors that Marvel was looking at for Captain Marvel.
That's true, yeah.
So she's been involved with Marvel before. The big thing here is that she hasn't accepted any superhero roles because she's a big advocate for the LGBTQ community. Mm-hmm. And this role apparently is a bisexual role, if I'm not mistaken.
No, not her. No. So the rumor is that the male lead, which right now is, they're saying a toss-up between, it could be either Icarus or Hercules, and that role would
be the gay character?
The gay
Gotcha.
character.
Gotcha.
Because it sounds like Hercules might play a bigger role only because he's a pretty big Avengers.
Yeah,
so
he's a big
he's in
character.
the comics.
He's
and
a badass.
See,
He and Thor
I
are
was
really good friends.
I wasn't too excited about the Eternals, to be honest. Like, I like the idea, and
I
everything
wasn't either
Marvel
until
does is gold.
It was
right?
almost like the Inhumans in
recently,
a way.
yeah.
Yeah.
So for
Which-
me though, the idea that Hercules might be in this is amazing to me. And
me too.
see, there's been a lot of recent Hercules movies that have came out and flopped and sucked, right? But I think the Marvel Comics
Hercules
version
would
of
be
Hercules
great.
and what Marvel could do with that character, and look at what they did with Thor in the Norse mythology.
Yes.
Well-
like, if you bring in Hercules, that's
And
awesome.
like Brian
I'm
said,
excited
he
for
has
that.
he has a big connection to the Avengers, and that kind of can tie
And him and
everything
Hulk-
together.
Him and Hulk
Hulk.
have a thing too. Like,
And as well as
Well-
with Thor as well.
Well, I don't know if you guys do this, but also Black Widow dated him.
Oh,
in the comics, and one of the iterations, Black Widow had a relationship
know
with him
that.
as well. So if Scarlett Johansson stays around, that could be interesting as well.
Unless he's the gay character. Then
Oh yes. Well yes.
Then
yes.
obviously
Yes.
that's out the
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I think the Angelina Jolie joining this made my Eternals like radar go from like, okay, this is gonna be interesting to okay, we have something here because she could.
I
Because
had
her
that with the
character,
Hercules character in
if
general.
she's
yeah.
playing Cersei, I've been reading a lot. Her character is immortal. First off, she can only die. Her powers are like atom manipulation, And the only way she can die is if someone scrambles her atoms or some weird thing like that. But she's like, she can fly. She's a badass.
Seeing Angelina Jolie play that character would be awesome.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is gonna be like centuries ago or modern day or 20 years ago. You know, who knows though? Because if it's gonna be set.
It's gonna
Eternals?
collect to the-
Is it in like outer space? Is it in Earth? Like I don't know much about Eternals.
It's outer space, but the Eternals, Thanos' father was one.
Yeah.
His
Technically
dad
from
was
Titan.
one. So they have a connection to stuff that's already kind of been announced.
I'm curious how they'll tie Hercules into that.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It might be like a Guardian situation where they kind of pull.
He might not
pull
necessarily be
from-
like a
I don't
Greek
think he's gonna be.
god.
Well, no,
He
I
just
think
might
he
be-
will
or
be.
no.
I think he's somehow along the way joined the Eternals team or whatever.
definitely.
You know?
I think this is.
But he is. Well, he can be killed, but he's aged. Like he's immortal. He doesn't age. He's like Captain America, right? Like he
In a
doesn't
way,
age,
in a
yeah.
way.
The Eternals are basically immortal.
Yeah.
They all have like one weakness from what I've read. Other than that, they're like pretty much immortal, and they live for like ever. And it's they connect highly to the Celestials because the Celestials are the ones that created them. They did like a whole like they were trying to create. The Celestials were trying to create guardians essentially for Earth. They made these ones, but then they ended up wanting to be like their own people, while in turn they created the Deviants, which are
Thanos.
essentially which is
Thanos
like,
is deviant. He's a deviant gene.
that's why he's a giant purple thing and not a human-looking character.
Okay.
So
And what is his father's name?
Atlas?
So,
Atlas.
do you think he'll play into this at all?
I mean, Red Skull said his name.
Yeah.
So would
But if that's the
would
case,
he
that's
be
in the
the
past.
the villain of the movie, or is his dad
No.
even evil?
There's
No,
a character that they're
I don't know if
saying-
his dad is evil or not.
There's a character they're saying his name is Druid, I believe was, and that is who they're thinking is going to be the main villain.
What if Thanos is in this movie too?
He
and it's
very well could be.
If it's set,
and like he hasn't
right?
gone
No,
mad
we
yet.
don't know yet.
If it's set in the past, because I mean Thanos is by far like a lot of years old, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
So and maybe part of the movie is Thanos finding out he has that deviant gene, or his father finding out his son has the deviant gene. It kind of plays into the story.
That would be cool.
It'd be a cool little tie-in. You know, I mean,
That'd be cool.
It seems like Marvel, you know, whether or not it's set in the past or not, it seems like they're not afraid to go back
Yeah.
in time to kind of play with stuff. It also sounds like this is the answer to the mistake that was the Inhumans, about turning it into a TV show and not doing the movie like they had said.
Poor Vin Diesel.
They basically ruined the Inhumans as a property.
Black Bolt on a movie screen would have been incredible, but I think the
Medusa,
Eternals,
too.
the Eternals would have. The Eternals is a really cool thing because it's a Guardian situation where nobody knows what this is. Nobody has
I wrote that
unless
down.
like you're a ridiculously hardcore comic book fan. This is all brand new
Yeah,
to you,
I've
and
only
it
heard of
opens
them,
up
pretty much.
It opens up the universe farther than Captain Marvel
Well,
did.
they've been
farther than
saying they're
Guardians
going
did.
cosmic with the MCU.
This is big time.
Do you know who Jack Kirby is, Gio?
Yeah, he was the one who created a lot of the original Marvel characters, and then Marvel
With Stan Lee.
and then he went to DC, right?
This is the first property he made after he went to DC. He came back from DC, and this Eternals
Where
was the
he
first
did
one.
he do New Gods over there as well?
Yes.
Very
Yeah,
similar.
yeah. And he came back into
And then he
this,
did
like
When he
Brian
came,
saying.
the second he left DC, this was the first.
Well, this is
property he
basically
made.
Marvel's New Gods, right?
Yes.
In a way.
Yes.
Yeah.